Colorado, going a little Green Day there, and I'm heading down for my mother to the cemetery down La Chapelata, I think it's called. Cemetery, it's down on Corrientes a little ways, and there's the famous cemetery here in Buenos Aires called La Recoleta, which is down in the Recoleto barrio, and it's filled with mausoleums, really pretty, very touristy, much more well kept, but it's also really tiny. It was for the rich, for the entitled. And then this place that I'm going to right now was made for everyone that couldn't afford to bury their dead in really, high-end living, or Jesus Christ, I can't believe I just said that, in a high-end death, I guess, high-end death situation. Okay. So this is a much larger cemetery, and I'm going to be going and checking out some of the mausoleums, and I will also be going to be checking out the catacombs, which span for very long ways underneath. So when I get there, I'll be right back. Yeah, well, you'll see me in like a second or two. For me, it'll be a couple of minutes, or probably about half an hour. Alright, see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm almost there. Not bad. And I have reached the park that lies next to it, where all the children and people play before they go to the cemetery later on eventually. Maybe, I don't know. Regardless, it's a really nice place. And this isn't it. This is kind of extends for a long ways. Yeah, sorry, I'm a bit sleep deprived, so not as wittily flowy as usual. But I am on a mission, and that is to show you a place worth respecting, I have to say, and here's love. I always want to show a little love. And, yep, so I'm just doing this. Again, I might have said this earlier, I don't remember, but I'm doing this because we went there, Reef and I went there before, and we did not bring the GoPro, so we didn't record any of it. And actually went there for a little while, got a bit depressed, and then left pretty quickly. And then my mom, who has a huge fetish for old cemeteries and dead people, told me I needed to come back and record it for her. Which I don't mind, it's fine. I wanted to check out the catacombs anyways, but Reef does not enjoy cemeteries at all. We went there, it was not good. So he's off. We're gonna kill two birds with one stone. He's off at the moment, going to go sign up for a scuba class so he can go and get certified as an open water diver. And then after that, maybe take his master diver or dive master. I always forget which one. And then after that, he's going to potentially instruct in scuba. I already have my open water diver permit. So after he gets his, I'm probably going to take the next class with him, and we'll just join it together. I might have to do like a little bit of a refresher, but beyond that, because I got it years ago. Now, it sounds like fun because scuba diving is a really cool thing, but we're not here to talk about scuba. We're here to show off the city a little bit. A group of girls, I don't know what you call them, a cluster, a trio of grown embryo. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'm a bit of a sore thumb. I stick out like a sore thumb around here because I'm speaking English. In this country, everyone speaks Spanish while holding a camera in my face on my own, talking to it. I might be on a video conference call right now. You never know. But I'm getting a lot of confused looks. But regardless, who cares? So I'm going to go check out the catacombs. Go look at some names. Hopefully find an Alfred Scott. I don't know why that matters, but it was the first name I thought of, so I hope I find him. And if I do, I will immediately jump for joy that I found it, and sad that it is towards a person. It's like a cemetery is a place where you gotta. It's a confusing place. You know, I'm happy that I found the name of this guy, but at the same time, this guy's dead. And I'm not very happy about that. I'm not sad because he wasn't a guy that I knew, but I'm not happy because he was a guy. It's like, it's a bunch of mixed emotions. So I'm gonna go, and I don't know if it's respectful to even visit a cemetery, but I'm gonna go see it, and probably think deep emotional thoughts, and imagine the day that I one day end up like that. Who knows? We'll see. See when I get in. Well, it turns out I was wrong about the time. I thought it was open until 6. It turns out it's only open until 5, so I missed out on the cut. I mean, I could hop a fence. I mean, it's not like I didn't steal. Well, I guess I could if I was a grave robber. I could steal something, but I'm not going to steal anything. I could hop a fence. Honestly, thinking about it, but at the same time, I just talked to a nice security officer. He's like, it's closed. He had a nice dog and everything. So it might not be the smartest idea in the world, especially since now he knows my face. Right there. Easy place to jump in. Sit down for a minute anyways. So yep, I missed out on being able to show it off today. But even that's the case, I would just come back tomorrow and be like, hey, look at this, I'm showing you the place. Pretty much. So I'll let you know if I jumped over the fence. Say, hey, I jumped it. I'll be like, hey, I waited. Those are my 2 intros. But until then, little munchkins, see you later. Alright, so I jumped it. And now here I am in the open part of the cemetery, not the mausoleums. It's away from everyone. I'm going to be clearing all that down there. This just spreads all the way over. And on the stairs. Go check it out. See what it's like. started was way over there. Walked all the way under, right there. I'm up top. All the entrances. There's even more gravestones over there. This place is also presumably haunted. It's supposed to be walked by spirits, and one stupid American kid snuck in one time. Apparently he died. Now he haunts the place. I think his name was Tristan. That's just how the story goes. Not so sure. It's not telephone pest or something else. Or just one person with a camera or anything, but this place really is huge, so it's right in the middle of everything. Bigger than any of their parts. Not as well kept as it probably should be. It's so large that you can see none of the grass is clipped or anything. The gravestones over here, I think those are basically benches made out of tree logs. This is where even poorer people come. There's even wooden crosses. Holy crap. Rest in peace, Rosas. This is almost as bad as the World War II memorial. Where is this place's eternal flame, huh? Free the hearts of the loved ones that are still living. Who knows? Seems to be a lot of flowers. I don't know if it's because people come to the place and bring in flowers, or if they're paying for them to be replaced. Or if it's just a nice sign of respect to have flowers everywhere. Definitely makes it look a bit more inviting. Although these ones are getting old. Unmarked graves, pretty much. I mean, obviously they have the cross, but they're not dug in. There's nothing here, just a bunch of cracked dirt. A couple of storage sheds. And it looks like a dog. It's probably a security dog, so I'm probably going to go the other way. So yeah, I'm going to have to get out of here really soon. Presumably now. So I don't get in trouble for being here. And footage. Just to show. Anything, I might not even put this online. It's not an entertaining vlog. It's definitely not one to laugh at. It's just a documentation. Just a documenting of the place. Thought it was important. Tiny little birdie. There's a way. That even spreads on for a long ass time down that way. And I saw it continue, but I didn't realize how far. You can see the blue wall all the way at the end though, so. Actually, no, I guess that's not the end. There's even more beyond that. Just a tiny wall. A very large place. Stuff. they look like, but I think that's one. Nah, is it? Maybe. Are you a Roadrunner? That'd be cool. Probably not. Nah, Roadrunners are bigger than that, I think. I've only seen like 1 or 2 pictures of Roadrunners. I think there used to be a Roadrunner on a placemat I used to eat my food off of at my grandma's house. I get to see that again pretty soon. Yeah, I'm going back to, most likely, I haven't gotten the information yet or anything, but most likely I'm going back to visit my house pretty soon, my hometown, for the first time in 9 months. I mean, I know there's a lot of people out there that have been away for a lot longer than that, and I realize that it may not seem like a lot to some people, but I'm in a country where if I try hard, or if I actually pay attention, I can understand them, but for the most part, you know, obviously it's not my home language. So I'm here for the first time outside of my town. Beyond the small amount of time I went to boarding school. I mean, I've traveled, but I mean, I never stayed anywhere for longer than a couple weeks at the most. And when I come down here, I live on my own for the first time right out of high school. Probably like a month or 2 out of high school. I'm living on my own in a place that still a little bit too big for me. 3 bedrooms in a little beach town in the middle of nowhere. And I had a friend with me. I had my dad. And my dad left and left me with my friend and her dad. And we hung out for a little while, and then they left. And well, you know, obviously I was alone. So I didn't really, know what to do. That very first day I went and I cried to my friend Shelly, very, very kind woman, who ran a hostel I used to frequent, just to go hang out at the bar where she worked. She was the bartender. And I went there and I cried because I didn't know what to do. It was my first time ever being on my own, and she made me tea. It's really nice. Then I started getting accustomed to it, and I started realize what it was like to live on my own. It was a nice experience, a growing experience, but obviously lonely. Especially when I was about like a 15-minute bus ride or taxi ride into town every day. A taxi would waste my money, and a bus only came until 8 o'clock at night. So beyond that, I was in a town where no one spoke any English. I didn't know very much Spanish at the time. And the only people that spoke English were my landlords, who were from Arkansas. Another person named Shell, funny, oddly enough, and Marcia, Shell and Marcia. And I went over there a lot because they had internet. I would hang out. Nice, big old place. And beyond that, it was just living on my own. 18 years old out in the big old world. And I only had adults for friends. Stop here for a minute. And it was a little bit lonely. But then I got used to it, and made a lot of friends from all over the world. It was a tourist place. It was a tiny little beach town where parties every single weekend. People surfed a lot. They had an international surfing competition there. Lots to meet up for. And I got by. Then Reef came down and definitely improved things a bit, having someone that was more or less, he was only 2 years older than me, so my age, living with me in a tiny little room. We moved to an even smaller place. It was about the same price, but it was in town and right across the street from where Shell worked, and Tom, a really amazingly awesome guy, made fantastic food, chicken wraps to die for, and chips, as he was from England and not fries. And so we had a lot of fun. We hung out there, and then we came down here to Buenos Aires, another city which is much like any city in the States, but of course with a bunch of Spanish speakers. And everyone's white. Not any. There's just so many white people. It's amazing. I didn't realize that there were people whiter than white people. Latinos, white Latinos, everywhere. And you never know when, which makes it even harder to tell when there's an American or someone from another country. So you can't tell if anyone speaks English until they actually speak. So it's hard to make a lot of friends here. People aren't really very welcoming to Americans, so it's hard to talk to them. So we haven't got a lot of friends here at the moment. Although we do have one down on the beach. We have another person that's coming down to visit in April, which will be actually when I'm heading back to the States. So Reef gets to hang out with her, which will be fun and show her around the city a bit. See, I'm going to. After all this time, 9 months, it seems like a long time to me at least. I'm finally going to go back and see my friends and family, and more than anything, my dog. Good old dog. So yeah, I don't know. I guess coming to the cemetery made me think of it, get a little sentimental and stuff. And so yeah, I never really felt homesick until I was going home. Kind of interesting how that works, huh? Well, anyways. I hope you had a nice time, and if you actually watched it all, that'd be pretty cool. You would not be at all angry or irritated if you didn't. It's not a very entertaining one, that's for sure. But yeah, I hope you have a great day, and that you don't have to visit a place like this anytime soon. Alright, take care, guys. Peace and love. Work hard, kiss and kiss. Okay, quick 10-second clip. This is right next to this really fancy park and everything. There's this little other park right here, and then there's this. Bunch of beat up, just dead cars. And there's all the graffiti on the side of the wall of the cemetery, so I'm almost there. Literally, like a minute from walking through the gates, which are over that way, I believe. Zoom effect there. And giant subway stop over there. A bunch of stores all set up because I know people after they go to the cemetery will want to go buy things. So they set up a lot of business around here. And I'm going to use it for commercial use as well. So when I actually walk through the gates, I will be back